and welcome to the Preschool All-Stars podcast. I am joined today again by Samico Chilton for a little update episode on what's happening with her preschool. How are you doing today?
Good. I'm doing well.
Awesome. I'm so excited to speak to you today. Looks like you got a lot going on. Last time I spoke to you, you were just breaking ground, I think, on this building, and you were doing your online program, right?
Yes, I was.
All
I'm
right.
so excited.
Give us an update. What's going on now?
Well, now I am, again, as you see, in my building. I've been in the building since August of 2021, and I am actually doing another addition on the other side of the back wall. It's not done yet, but I'm adding on another addition back there, just to bring it out a little longer and to add more storage and a little like a smaller kids bathroom area. So that's what I'm doing back there. I still do my online. I had a student that was in there, which was one student that I was teaching, but I haven't been teaching him due to his mom fell ill. So I haven't been able to connect with him, but I am loving my local preschool, my children. I have 6 kids in my program right now. And again, just the one that I had online. So I'm doing well.
Hey, I love your building. I love the color. It looks so cute. I'm so excited
Thank
for you
you.
that it's up and running. This is what I
Thank
love to
you.
see when I do update episodes, and I just get to watch everyone tell me how they crushed all those goals that they told me about last year. And you are crushing your goals.
Yes, I have more goals to crush, but I've crushed the main one, so I'm just gonna keep going.
Yes. Okay, so tell me how this is going with your in-person now. So switching or kind of adding on your local. How have you gotten students for it, and what's your setup?
So basically, it's been word of mouth, and I really use social media, Facebook, to do it. Again, I had a daycare for like 20 plus years back in the day. So I had a lot of parents that I had connected with. So once I brought on me doing my own preschool, they just kind of spread the word. And if they had like siblings or that was the age that I was teaching, which I do 2.5 to 5, really 4.5, but I will go up to 5. A lot of my kids are 2 and 4. But they just kind of spread the word, gave good feedback, and just like they just started coming, and I was just like so grateful because I was one of those ones that was really nervous. Like I was on the fence, and I was scared that I wouldn't get kids, and quitting my job because I was working as a kindergarten teacher with TPS. And at the time when I started all this process, it was during the midst of the pandemic, and I was teaching my kindergartners online. And I am so grateful for Joy when she popped up and was like, "You can teach preschool online." And I was like, I can, like, I literally can, because I am teaching my kindergartners online. So I just kind of went with that and got, I had her first book where it didn't have the online information on there. So I ordered the second book. I was like, I need that book. I need the book. So I ordered that book and I read it. I was already watching her YouTube videos. And then when she came with the podcast, I started watching those. So it just kind of put it all together. And I just took a leap of faith. And I was just like, you know what? I got to do it. I mean, I work with kids at school. I mean, not at school, but at church as well. I do the youth and the new kids, which we call them our Met kids and our youth. So I was just like, it's always been my passion. So yeah.
Yeah. So you said you had a daycare for 20 years. How has this been different than running a daycare?
It is totally different. So with the daycare, you have basically it's longer than an 8 to 5. Like when you're doing your own daycare, you're getting up at 5, 6 in the morning. You have kids that's like starting to hit and come between that 6:30, 7 o'clock hour. You got to have breakfast, all of that. And it's like majority of those kids are there from that time to like you close. So that's like a 12-hour day, 6 to 6. That's a long time. And that's a long time for kids to be with one person or, two people that I had. But just it was, I tried to set it up as much as I could in a like school setting because I had like different areas that they could play blocks, all that. But it was totally different. And with me being able to do my own preschool, I am being my own boss. I am grateful for me not having to have a license through the state, only because I I have to keep my hours under a certain minimum hours.
Right.
So they told me that it doesn't matter how many kids you have, you just have to have a certain minimum hours. So I make sure I try to stay under that. And if I feel that I am going to branch out to get more hours or have the kids longer, then I'll have to end up getting a license. But I don't have to deal with the state, which
really nice.
I am grateful for that.
Yeah, totally.
So it's literally me, like me being my own person, me being my own boss, me running everything the way I want to. I don't have to answer to anyone else other than myself. And that's like the big difference that I had from having my daycare, because I had food people coming in, I had DHS coming in, the licensing. I mean, it was just so much. So that's the big difference.
Oh man, I wish my state had those same rules because licensing stresses me out so much. I feel like that's my biggest stressor in this is licensing. And it's, gosh, I can only have 6 kids. Doesn't matter how long they're here. So speaking of the length, what are your hours?
So I am 8:30 to 3:30. Okay. And that's only Monday through Thursday, or I do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so they're here 3 or 4 days a week.
Right.
And then you kept your 3-day weekends.
I did, yes. And I love them.
I know, man. Those 3-day weekends are key. I tell everyone, I'm like, it's life-changing to have them. And then I gave mine away, and now I don't have them anyway. But it was life-changing when I had it for that year.
It is, and especially when you don't have to work on that Monday, so you get that Friday and that Monday.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh man, I love it. 3-day weekends. That's the way to go. So how much do you charge for the 3 days and the 4 days?
So for the 4 days, it's $120 a week. And then for the 3 days, it is I think it's 105. I think it's 105 a week.
Okay. And how many kids do you have in each class?
Actually, now I have all of them that has switched over to the 4 day.
Oh, okay. And so
all of them. Yeah. I had like one that was 3 day, and she wanted to come every day. And then I had another one that was actually going 2 days, and I made accommodation for him, and he was very adamant that he needed to go to school every day. So I have all that come 4 days a week.
And do you think you'll keep it like that just for ease, just to make things easy, that you're just going to keep it a 4-day program, or are you still going to offer 2 or 3 day options?
I'll still offer it because I know like some of my 2-year-olds that are just now getting out there, their parents actually they started them off like that. So as they got older, then they branched off into the 4 day. But I'll keep that as an option just for those who want to just possibly have a break, or if they need a day that they have like appointments or something. Like you can enroll into school, come to my preschool, and you can have your day to do your appointments, do your shopping, all of that, and they'll be here with me.
So. Yeah, absolutely. And what do you cap your classes at?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
What do you cap your classes at? So how many kids are there in each class?
Actually, my goal is for each class I want to have 8.
8, okay, yeah.
No more than that. I'll go up to 10 with the 4 day, but my goal is really 8. I don't want no more than 8.
And tell us about the process of building your building, because you built it on your own land, right? It's kind of like a portable type thing.
Yes. So it's basically what I did was I went and I searched on sheds. So I went and found a shed, and they come in all different sizes. And I did have to get I went through my downtown. Yes, I did have to get a permit. I got a permit, but my permit wasn't like to where I had to have, it's just basically stating that it's under like a certain amount of feet. I want to say it's possibly 300 square feet or something like that. As long as I keep it under that, then I just had to just get a certificate, basically is what it was.
Okay.
And I have a corner lot where I stay. So I had all this space in my backyard, and I just went and I told the guys what I wanted, what I was doing it for, and they just kind of gave me like a rundown of different sizes. So I started off with a 10 by 20. I've actually did it, it's a 10 by 33 now. And then when I add on more, it'll be possibly like a 10 by 40 something. So
okay, so you can just keep adding on to it. And do they bring it like already made? They like ship it in?
No, when they brought it, they actually built it after I had the slab laid. Okay. Then they actually build it from ground up. So they come, they bring the material, and they build it up. Okay. Now you can get some that's already made, but I chose to have the ones that was built because of I wanted my windows and different things done a certain way.
Okay. And can you give a rough estimate on the price that it took to build with the slab, with the foundation and the actual building itself, and then how much around would that cost to build on someone's land?
So if you did like I want to say it like I started off with the 10 by 20, just the building itself, with the taxes and the different things that I added, it was roughly around 10,000 something. It was a little over that, but it was roughly around that. And then if you find someone that's really good that can lay the slab, I had several different people come in, but I honestly don't remember how much my slab was. I know it was a little bit over 1,000. Okay. But I don't remember the exact amount that it was, but I know it was a little bit over 1,000. And it's just, I've had different people coming in. So basically it's kind of like if you're building a house, you have different subcontracting. That's basically what I've been doing. I've been subcontracting different people with the gutters and all of that different stuff to come in and do. I have like a little mini split, which is like a combo, and I get my heat and my AC all in that one. So I was really grateful for that, to find that, and they sent it out. They brought it out to me, and I've been blessed.
Yeah, that's what we did too. We did the mini split duct. Actually, we had to get a permit just to put a mini split duct in our garage, okay, which I thought was so silly because I'm like, why do I have to ask the state what kind of AC I put in my garage? And I was all angry about it. Yeah, it was really annoying. It was just annoying to have to like find the document, and it was a pain in the butt. And then I sent it in and I totally forgot about it. And literally like 2 weeks ago, I get an email that's like, your mini split duct permit is approved. And I'm like, 2 years later? 2 years later? Are you serious? I totally forgot about it. I'm like, this thing has been in for 2 years. Thanks for the approval. Yes. It was ridiculous. But I think you're the only all-star who has actually like built their own building on their land. So that is another option for anyone else who can't do it in their house, but who's got some.
It is. Yeah. It is. And actually, I got it from, I don't know what all-star it was, but they just was throwing out ideas and sent a picture. And I was like, there it is. Like, I have my own property, because I was really in search of trying to find a building that I can actually rent out. I actually had appointments set up to go view buildings to rent out, had my money, like the budget laid out, how I was going to do it, how I was going to be able to manage it. With me quitting my job with TPS and making sure that I had enough money to pay for the rental and all that. It was a headache. It was a process. But then when I seen that and I started searching it and looking, I was like, that's it. Mm-hmm. That is exactly what I'm going to do. I'll be working at home still. I can just walk out my house and walk to my building and go from there. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. I mean, that's such a great option. Were you still working as a kindergarten teacher while you were teaching online, or when did you quit that job?
I actually was still working with my TPS job while I was doing my online, because I started my online. I've had my 1 year, which was on March 16th.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I actually started that during our spring break. So during our spring break last year is when I launched my online and
Okay.
started. And I finished off the year and kind of did some of the summer. And then June, July, that's when it was like, okay, I'm not coming back. I had to really, really make sure before I really just said, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
To teach in TPS, I mean, with the kindergartners. Now I do still work with TPS.
Okay.
Like on my Fridays that I'm off, I go in and I still sub. Like when they need me, they'll call me. So I'm still with TPS.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say you didn't completely get your 3-day weekend.
No, I didn't completely like let it go.
We can
But,
never
yeah.
just relax. I get it.
I know, and that's it's like, do you? And I was like, I don't go every Friday that they call me. They will call you every Friday because they are needing subs, but I don't go. I have my days that I just do my pampering day. So I give my relaxing time, but
good.
Yes, I didn't cut it all the way loose, but yes, I started while I was working there and ended in the summer of last year. So
Awesome. And now you're building on some more to your building. When did you open your local preschool? Was it in the fall?
yeah, so I actually started in the summer. I did a summer program after we had the interview with the Smorgage ABC boot camp.
Okay.
You remember the guy?
Yep.
Okay. So after that, I actually had ABC boot camp already, but just looking at his podcast, because that was something that we got while we working at TPS. We had it. So I was like, just getting his ideas, and I was like, you know what? I can do a summer program like that. So I actually started in June with my summer program. I ended my online, did like a little promotion and all of that for them in May. And in June, I started in my house because the building out here wasn't finished. So I started in my house in my front room area. And I did that from June and July and like the first week of August. And then I took a break and got the building finished off and ready. And I started August 23rd with my in-person.
Perfect. Nice. The kindergarten smorgasbord just convinced me to get a green screen, and I got it this week, and I've been having so much fun. I just took St. Patrick's pics of the kids and put them at the end of a rainbow, and now I'm super excited to incorporate it into my online class. I'm like, oh, I have so many ideas.
I've seen that. I was trying to figure out where the kindergarten where you can get the green one off the kindergarten smorgasbord, but I've seen those pictures and they were awesome.
It was just a post, like a blog post of his that he got, that he like kind of showed what apps to use and what green screen, and then I kind of did some research and YouTube videos on it, and I still got a lot to learn from it to like incorporate it into my videos. But I mean, I'm just having fun taking pictures of the kids and my baby.
Right. That is awesome. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm trying to I really want to. I have 4 spots that be coming up open for this coming school year. So I want to try to get those filled, and then I'm going to start marketing for my online. But with my online, I think I want to hire in someone to do that, so that I can really focus on the local part of it and just kind of go from there. So, because I've had people that asked about online, but here in Oklahoma, we're kind of opening back up a little more than we need to, but so a lot of the kids are actually going back in, but some are still like staying out. So I'm going to try to market that to see if I can get kids with that, but I want to try to fill my local first and then.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting someone to teach my online too, just because I'm worried that I'm going to burn myself out if I try and do both. But then I don't know. Hiring for my local was such a process that I like dreaded, that I don't want to go through that again. But I also am like, do I want to do it all myself, or do I just want to get over with and hire someone? There's always something else to think about.
It is, and it's a process, and that's why I was like, it has to be someone that's really like not just straight bland, but have that enthusiasm and keep the kids engaged and
can't just be anyone for online. I go crazy. My husband looks at me teaching online and he's she's like cracking up because I'm just acting a fool. And I need someone who's gonna act a fool because that's what the kids want.
Right.
You need to be energetic. You need to, yeah, I know.
It's hard to keep them in front of a screen, like, so, and especially if they're like 2 or, 3-year-olds, if they're not able to just like keep pushing something, just sitting there watching something, it's really hard. So you got to keep them moving and their eyes and their attention. So yeah.
Yeah. What I really want to figure out is how I can get my online classes on a TV, because I feel like kids are very used to watching like YouTube, on the TV now. Like you can do that on smart TVs and everything. And it's a little, I don't know, I feel like that might make parents want to, it might be easier for them if they just put it on the TV, and then the kids could sit in front of the TV, and I feel like they're very used to sitting in front of the TV. But I don't know how to do that.
I had one of my parents who, you know what I did? So when you do your recordings, because one of my parents, she sent me the video and she had it on the screen with her kid actually engaging and doing everything with me. But when I do my recordings, I upload them to, I have a YouTube channel. And I upload them to that. Now you do have to be careful. I tried to make sure that when I did the songs, I didn't show the video in my YouTube. I just had it on my phone so they could hear it.
Yeah.
And it won't be like you're copying.
Oh, okay. So as long as you just play the song and not the video?
Right. Yeah. I played the song and you record it and you just turn the your video, like after you record it, like on Zoom, then you go to YouTube and you download it and it'll turn it into an MP3. And then you like name the title and it's ask you questions like if you want to do it for a private, is it for kids? And you just answer those and then you can send it out or send it to your parents and they can upload it.
Ooh, okay, yeah, that's good. And then they can just share the link though, is that a thing? They share the link without, I guess that wouldn't be such an issue. Then so you make it private so you can only see it with the link, right?
Yes, you send them link.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, they possibly could, but eventually I'm going to end up doing YouTube videos anyway. So I was just like, it's just giving me practice. And that was why I kind of started it, just to get an idea, because I want to actually start putting mine on YouTube and just having them out there for free. Yeah, because I think that'll pull people in too.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think that might be the only way to get it on the TV. But I just feel like it would be more, I don't know, engaging, because I know like having to set it up, and I know that's kind of a pain for the parents too, to have to set it up in front of the computer, and then they're like pressing buttons, and I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Put it on YouTube. Awesome. So what are now that you crushed this goal, you smashed this goal, what's your next goal that you're getting ready to smash, or that you want to smash?
My next goal is to add the kindergarten. I know Joy has the kindergarten part, and I haven't really looked into it because I'm not ready yet. But that is my next goal, is to add the kindergarten classroom to it. And I don't know if I want to incorporate it, because I actually ended up buying the other lot on the side of me. So, because it was just there. It's not really huge, but it's again, when you have a corner lot and then you have where I live, it was a lot of shotgun houses. I don't know if you know what shotgun houses are, but they're little bitty small. Have you seen tiny houses?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's kind of little houses like that, but they're long, so they consider them kind of like shock. So I had where I am, it was a lot of those houses. So the properties are small, they're about this big. So I ended up getting that, and I don't know if I want to incorporate more on this property. I think if I do, I am going to have the city involved, and I don't want that. So I may end up checking with my church to see if I can do the kindergarten part out of my church, and again, hiring someone to either do the local here or the kindergarten part. But those are my next goals within the next year, to try to start bringing in with the kindergarten, with the preschool and kindergarten. So
yes, I love that. You're just like, I just bought the lot next door. We'll see what.
And you know what? It's the only way I've been able to do this is I have been searching, and I ended up getting a grant. And
grants. Oh my God, so good. I got a ginormous grant this year, and it was amazing. I'm using it to do my online and give stuff to my families and my employee, and expand.
Yep. And that's how I've been able to like do the different things. Like I was grateful. I was like, you know what? I don't want to spend all my money. So I just researched and I ended up getting the grant. I was so thankful when they found it because I thought I wasn't going to get it. It took them like 3 months to call me. I was just like,
oh yeah, it takes a long time. Did you
yes.
get the ARP? Was it the ARP grant?
No, it was through the George Kaiser Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're licensed and stuff, ARP, they were giving out, I mean, the government was giving out a ton of money through the American Rescue Plan. And that's where I got 2 different grants, but one of them was like really substantial. And I was like, girl, ladies, if you're licensed, get on this grant because they had so much money that they were giving out. It was amazing.
They were. Yeah, they were doing that here too. And I'm actually with a daycare group where they were actually coming in and actually showing all the childcare licensing workers how to fill it out, what to fill out, how to do it, what not to do to avoid not being able to get it, all of that. And I seen how to do it, but I was like, do I want to get licensed just for that? And I was like, nah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to get licensed just for the grant. But if you can find grants where you don't need to be licensed, that's even better.
Yeah, so that's what I've been blessed with. I've been blessed to get a grant, and that's why I've been able to do certain things. And I was just like, you know what? I want to stay here. I want to stay in my house, and why not just continue on my own properties?
Yes, crushing those goals. I love it.
Yes, I have to let you know when the next goal is accomplished.
Oh yeah. I'll be back next year knocking on your internet door being like, let's talk, girl, let's talk. Well, thank you so much for joining me again for this update episode. I'm so excited for you, for what you have going on and for what you're going to have going on shortly. And I can't wait to hear about the next goals being crushed.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me back to give an update on what I'm doing.
Yes. Congratulations on everything. And you have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If you loved today's episode, then you are going to love this. I want to give you a free gift in your hands. This is a copy of my book, Start Your Preschool, and I want to get it to you for free. Yes, I said for free. It is a 300-page book. It'll help you learn the step-by-step process to actually starting your local or your online preschool. Every single step that I walked myself through, as well as the thousands of women who've created their own successful preschools, have gone through the exact steps listed in this book. Not to mention, I also share 20 amazing women's stories. So you can see how not only did it work for me, but it works for amazing women just like you as well. I want to get you this free copy. Just go to freepreschoolbook.com or click the link in the description and we'll get it to you today. Again, just go to freepreschoolbook.com and we'll get it right to you.